All right, good morning. Today we're going to do a quail checkup. We have not taken the quail out of the hatching time cages that we use over the duration of the winter just because we've kind of been leaving them tucked in. But what we're going to do today is, with the boys' help, we're going to get the quail aviary moved out into the yard, and we're going to have to clear a patch of snow to put them. I would rather have them on grass than in like 5 inches of snow, which we have right now. So we'll get that cleared out of the way. And we'll kind of give them a once over, make sure nobody needs their nails trimmed or beak trimmed. If they do, we'll do that as well. Get their cage cleaned out. Every single day what we do in winter is we use just one of these mason jar bottle waterers. And every day they get a fresh one, okay? Because what will end up happening is if they don't empty it, it's going to freeze, okay? We're in Wisconsin. It gets very cold. And we have to make sure that the animals have access to fresh water at least once a day, okay? Also today, what we're going to be doing is they're going to be getting one of my microgreen trays, one of my spent ones. So in one of my other microgreen videos, I do explain this, but every day, for me personally, I will cut 3, this is a 12 cell, I'll cut 3 of these every day to make my little side salad for lunch. And at the end of 4 days, I end up with a tray that looks like this. The birds will absolutely love to pick at this. They'll eat all of it. They'll eat the roots out of it. They'll eat what's left of the stems, and then they dig through the soil media until they pick it clean. Okay, so they'll be getting that today as well. And that gives them something to do. Just giving these all a pinch. They go. Mix that off in a little bit. All right, as for the water, I do give them warm water to start because it also helps us from freezing too soon. Now, not hot water because I don't want them to scald their crops. And I give them a little apple cider vinegar on top of it. There's a bunch of health benefits to that. Okay, so ready to take that out to the cages, and we'll get back to you. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to get our birds out of the cage. We're going to get them into their traveling cage here. We're going to take them out to the aviary out back, okay? Definitely need to do some nail trimming. Need some nail trimming for sure. That's what we're going to be doing today. And a beak trim. Come here, girls. Come here, girls. All right, come on. I got you. There you go. If you hear that crowing, I do have 2 roosters in here. This is one of them. Don't mind the fact that he's got a bald spot that happened when he was a baby. And this is our big boy. Come here, you. Woo! Oh my goodness. Mason, you ready for him?
Yeah.
You want to hold him?
Sure.
All right. You think you can? Woo! I'm going to fall over. Look at him. This is 2 toes. He's a handsome boy. He's really a big bird. Right, you want to put him in? Hold on to him. You got to make sure he's stable.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Pick him up. He's not going to go too far. Hunter, why don't you help him out?
I just don't want to hurt him.
You're not going to hurt him. Hunter's got it. Good job. Drop him in. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So with the quail, you want to make sure that their wings are collapsed on themselves when you pick them up. Because what will end up happening is that they will flap, flap, flap. They'll flap so hard they'll break their own wings. Okay? Another one, you can see they need to have nails trimmed.
big long nails.
Yep, we don't like that. That's not good for them. Alright. So, quail do like to be kept in numbers. So originally, I had only a few quail per cage, and then the temps started dropping, and they just needed help regulating their own body temperature. So I think it's easier to keep them in groups. All right, so let's pull some eggs out of here. Even though it is the dead of winter, they are still laying, and they lay these. I have celadons, so they lay these beautiful blue eggs. That's really a good size too. This is probably closer to a normal size one. Here, Mason. Hold on to them. Okay, there's probably a couple more. Three more here.
Nice.
Oh, there's another one in here I missed. So that's not bad at all. Considering, again, it's winter, and quite often they stop laying in winter. Okay, can you very gently go put those on the kitchen counter? Hunter, can you open the door for him so he doesn't bounce into anything? All right, so you got yesterday's water coming out. It's empty. Hey, boys, can you grab the water and the microgreens? Okay, so we've got all our birds out, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean the inside of this cage. As I give them those microgreen blocks, what ends up happening is because there's moisture in the blocks, they do freeze. So this is one that was in there that they didn't really pick at too much. They pulled all the roots that were visible off of it, but this froze. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop that into the pan, because this is going to go to our compost pile here in a second. And there's several other ones in here that are kind of stuck, and I'm just going to break them up using my gardening tool. And all I'm doing is getting them off the plastic. Get all that off of there. And any droppings that didn't fit through, grab those, put them on the tray as well. Most of it just falls through when you break it up. It's important that you clear this, because what will end up happening is that this will build up and then nothing is going to fall through. So if you don't give this daily attention, you're going to have a disaster on your hands. Also, I found it very beneficial to give them something to hang out in at night, so that way they can be a little warmer. So I just used some boxes and filled them with sawdust and some diatomaceous earth, because they're also going to kind of dust bath in that. It's really important for the quail to be able to get a dust bath. So as you can see, cardboard gets nasty, needs to be replaced frequently. So what I found was, instead of using these, what will work, where did I put them? Here they are. These little plastic containers from IKEA. They're a couple dollars a piece. They fit right in to the hatching time cages. These you can wash, you can bleach them, you can do whatever you need to do to make sure that they stay sterile and they don't get all nasty like the cardboard. And this is you know, obviously that's all well, not quite compostable. That particular cardboard has some wax treated coating on it. What I'm going to do for these nesting boxes, put a bunch of sawdust in them. I'm going to sprinkle in some diatomaceous earth. It looks like I'm putting in more than I am. That lid keeps closing up on me. So they'll have a little bit of a dust bath from that, and they also lay the eggs in here. Not always, but they're not horrible at it. They usually lay in there. And I put one on either side of the cage. I actually have them in this is not a brooder, this is one of the grow out cages made by Hatching Time. And then we got the water. Water's going to go in, put that in the middle. Pardon me, ladies. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to take the feed tray out. Put in a scoop of food. All right. Okay, so can you hold this for a second? Thank you. And then I also top that off with eggshells. I'm going to bring that back this way. Wrong direction. I know a lot of this is out of frame. I'm working on it, guys. Okay. Hold this up right there. That's good. Take eggshells.
Probably one of their
They'll
favorites.
pick that. Oh yeah, they love eggshells. They go nuts for it. The hens go nuts for it.
Kind of same for the microgreens.
Yep. It slides back in. I really like these Hatching Time cages. Okay. So, let me stop this and I will turn the camera around for you so you can take a look at the inside of these cages. Okay, so Hatching Time cages, I have a 4-tier system. My top 2 tiers are roll-out layer cages, and you could keep 4 to 5 of the Caturnix in each one of these. In the back, there's a water line. During winter, it freezes. It's a real problem. No matter what you do, even with a heater inside the tank, it doesn't matter because that nipple is going to freeze back there. It's just a metal nipple on a plastic water line. It's going to freeze. Okay, so this being a problem, and also because they're more exposed in here and there wasn't a whole lot of room to put anything extra in there for them to stay warm, what I ended up doing is I brought them down to the grow out pen. Now this is one continuous cage. Yes, it's a little messy, but it's birds. That's what they do. And give them 2 nesting boxes. Okay. Water in the middle. And then they've got some room to move around, hang out. The bottom cage, get you in here. This is a brooder, which is really cool. It's got the light. It's got a heater. I like this a lot. Smaller. It's got a smaller hole on the bottom grate so that the chicks don't have too many issues. So that's great. But it's so freaking cold in Wisconsin. I am not going to put any chicks in there right now, which is why I have not hatched anything out. Okay. All right. So that's it for the cages. Let's get our birds outside. All right, we are heading over to our aviary. We were lucky enough we didn't actually have to clear any snow because there was a warm spot underneath our mulberry tree. All right, Hunter, you can go ahead and put that cage down. And I'm going to hand this over to you. It might be hard to see because of the glare. So maybe get lower just so that way the sun's not backlighting the screen and you have a little something going on. Mason, you've got the clippers?
Uh-huh.
Where are they? Okay, so we're going to do this one at a time. We'll look them over. Come here. Or not. Alright, this little girl. Hold still. Definitely needs her nails trimmed, okay? So what we're going to do, flip her over. This might be difficult to do. So Mason,
Yeah.
can you just hold her foot like this? Okay, right where mine is? Are you going to be able to do that?
Yep,
Thank
I
you.
got it.
Okay, we're going to trim these nails. They're way too long. I'm looking for where the quick is. Making sure there's no bleeding. Okay, can you give me the other nail? That one there? The other one that's long? That one. This one? Make sure nothing's bleeding. Okay, we'll check her beak. Beak looks good. You're beautiful. All right, go that way, hon. Come on. Okay, we'll get the next one out. Come here, big boy. Pretty sure that's my big one. Yep. All right, get him upside down. He's harder to hold on to because he's bigger. Ooh. Okay. Got a little bit of buildup on those feet. Can you hold this one? This one. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Don't want to go too hard.
Yep. Oh, I missed one. I gotta get that other side. And that one doesn't look horrible. We'll leave that one alone. Let's get the bottom of his beak. So, the beak trimmed, you're very careful. The only reason I'm doing that is because the top of his beak was actually shorter than the bottom side. Now his beak looks much better. He's a handsome boy. All right, there you go, bud. He's already digging around in it. Hold this for a sec. This one's squirming. Here, little girl. Right. Let's take a look. Oh, we got some long ones here. Yep, we'll take care of this real quick. Oop. You got to hold on a little better than that.
Okay. Just I don't want to hold.
You're not going to hurt her. You're not going to hurt her because I've got the rest of hers. She's not moving.
I got it. I got it.
She said, my belly's cold. Let's get this one a little shorter, huh? Very good. Can you move to the other one? Thank you. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's done.
All right, so we're going to keep going through all of these, and it's going to take a little bit. We want to make sure that their beaks and their nails are in better condition than what they are right now. So we'll get back to you as soon as we're done. All right, everybody's nails are trimmed. Beaks are back in order. And they're enjoying picking at the dirt in here. We'll let them have some outside time for a while. All right, I wanted to kind of jump in on the end of this video here and just let you know what our goals are this year for the quail. I do plan on expanding our flock. I would like to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 hens going. This past year we had 18 hens, 2 roosters, and we ended up losing many in the first year just to various things. They've been great to have. I certainly don't regret getting quail. In fact, if you are in circumstances similar to our own where you're in a suburb or an urban setting, get quail. Get quail. They barely make any noise. I mean, my dogs are clearly noisier than the quail are. And very little mess. They're easy to contain. If weather is super adverse, you can bring the birds into the house if you have a a cage system that will accommodate that. And then you don't have to worry about trudging through snow to take care of hens. You don't have to worry about getting permits if you're getting chickens. You don't have to worry about your neighbors complaining about roosters. All of that's gone. The majority of my neighbors don't even know that I have them. That's how quiet they are and how little mess that they make. So I would highly recommend you go that route. Their eggs are delicious, and I've found that they're very rewarding. It's great to have the kids happy. It's been a win-win situation for us. So, sorry about the dog. All right, had to get the dog to stop barking. What we're going to do as soon as the weather breaks is we are going to collect eggs for hatching, and hopefully that is successful. I've attempted it once, but it was with eggs that had been on the counter for probably 10 days, and I just threw them in there because I'm like, why the heck not? I had just gotten the incubator and figured I'd give it a go. Zero success. So we're going to wait until the weather's nicer, and the hens have been cooped up with the roosters all winter. So hopefully we will have some fertile eggs, and we'll get that rolling, and I'll have it documented for you. So it'd be really cool if we get a little incubator full of tiny little fluff balls peeping, and it'd be great. And I've already been in contact with my original quail lady, the ones who I got my birds from, because I'm hoping to get some more chicks from her, so that way I can really diversify what we have going on here, because it is possible that I will end up selling hatching eggs of my own in the future. So that's all we've got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you later.